So I invite you to join me today. Come to the top of your mat. And just close your eyes for a moment and feel your feet ground into the earth. Take a deep breath. Feel the breath fill your belly, fill your chest, and then sigh it out and release any tension in your body that you no longer serve. Hands in your heart, and just take a moment to set an intention. Just going into that heart space and just asking yourself how you want to show up today. And gently take your hands to the side. Blink your eyes open. Take a few nice big circular motions into the shoulders. Create space. Open your heart. And as you inhale, take the arms up, gaze to your thumbs. Feel your whole spine lift. And as you exhale, hands to the heart. And gently take your hands behind you, clasping them. Inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, bend into your knees, come into a deeper forward fold, and just let the weight of your torso dangle forward, transferring the weight in the front of your feet. Make some nice circles with the neck, both directions. And then bend deeply into your left knee and let your whole torso tilt so that you open up to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Coming into a gentle twist here. And then gently come through center, bend into your right knee deeply, and open up your torso to the left. Look over your left shoulder. And then exhale, come back through center. And then gently push through the earth with your feet and come all the way up to standing again. Release the arms, take the gaze to your thumb. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release down. Inhale, take the arms to the side. Gaze to your thumbs as you open your heart to the sky. And with an exhale, fold forward, bending into your knees as much as you need to. Let your head dangle and transferring the weight into the front of your feet. Pedal, rock your legs, left, right. Inhale, lift up halfway. Decide if you want your hands on the blocked floor or on your thighs, but feel those shoulder blades pinch together, opening your heart. Exhale the hands back down to the feet, taking 2 big steps back through plank. Feel strong here. Root into your right hand. Finding a modification here, coming onto either the edges of your feet or taking that left leg in through the center to create a pillar. Pillar, gaze to your left thumb. Open your heart. And if your feet are stacked, can you lift your hips a little bit higher? Take one more breath here. Open your heart. And exhale. Come back through plank. And the same thing on the other side. Finding that modification, either staying on the edges of your feet or taking that right leg now in through the center to create a pillar. Lifting the gaze to the right thumb. And if your feet are stacked, really feeling that right hip lift a little higher to the sky. Exhale, come back through plank and lower it all the way down. Rocking your hips. Take your hands to your rib cage. Take a few big circles with your shoulders, lifting each foot and getting a little more extension in the legs. Inhaling baby cobra. As you do this, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, pulling your kneecaps off the floor, pulling your shoulder blades down the back. Lift your heart and squeeze. Feel all the energy drawing down to the root. Exhale, lower all the way down with the breath. Make a little pillow here. Rock your hips from left to right. Hands by your rib cage, and either through child's pose or reverse push-up. Let's meet up in downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pedal out the legs. Give the head a little shake once again. Inhale your right leg, 3-legged dog. Get long through that right side of the body. Look down that right leg. Pull that right knee into your chest, and then setting your right foot to the inside of your right hand. Drop your back knee to the floor. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Here we're feeling the heart space expand and open. Find a little bit more length as you root into your right foot. And as you exhale, can you bend into your right knee just a little bit more, finding more space into the hips. Windmill the hands back down to the floor. Let's come into that twist again. Either keep your left knee on the floor or pull it off the floor, opening up. Take one more breath here. And then from here, if your back knee's on the floor, take it off the floor. And then activate from the core so that you create stability and start to lift up into a twisted warrior. And then sink into that front knee again. Lots to do with balance. Gaze to your right thumb if you can. From here, we're going to come into warrior 2. So let's rotate the arms. Take that back heel to the floor and sink into your right knee. Inhaling. Gaze over your fingertips. Take your right palm to the sky and swing it up. Nice reverse warrior. And exhale. Come back. Setting your forearm. And then creating this beautiful diagonal. Beautiful. Come back into warrior 2. You're going to come all the way into Skandasana. So come all the way up out of your front leg and bend into your back leg. Hands in front of your heart. Inhale, lift the chest. Smile. Use your left elbow and set it inside your knee. If you need more support, modify to sinking the hands to the floor or even sitting on a block here. Take one more breath here. We're going to twist here. The left hand comes either to the floor or you can just keep it in a little bend. And then take that right arm up to the sky. Rotating your torso, gaze to your thumb. Taking an inhale. Exhale, hands back to the heart. And then let's come to the top of the mat again. Turn your whole torso, come into warrior 1. Set your hands to the floor or low to the floor, and your right leg comes back, three-legged dog. Exhale, lower the foot to the floor, pedal out to the left, right. And then inhale, take your left leg, three-legged dog, long through the body. Look down that leg and see that you're not opening the hip. Can you find an internal rotation with that leg? And then pulling that left leg into the center. Maybe your nose and knee touch, and then set your foot to the floor. Drop your right knee to the floor, Anjaneyasana, and inhale, lift up. Opening the heart here again. And as you exhale, can you sink into your left knee again? So really feel your torso activate and engage so you're not compressing in your lumbar spine. Take another breath here, opening the heart. One more exhale, sinking a little deeper. Windmill the hands to the floor. And either keeping your right knee to the floor or taking it off, we're going to open into a twist. Inhale, gaze to your thumb. And exhale, can you bend in your left knee a little bit more? Create a little more space in your hips. Take one more breath here. And then really stabilize through the core. We're going to come up into a reverse warrior pose. Make it nice and slow. And then exhale, can you gaze to your back thumb? Inhaling here. And exhaling. We're going to come into warrior 2. So windmill the hands open, back heel comes to the floor, and once again sink deep. Turn your left palm open. We're going to windmill it back, taking it into reverse. Gaze to your palm as you lift the heart. And as you exhale, set your forearm to the thigh. Your right arm comes up and over. Each movement has a breath, and then we hold just to deepen. Find a little more length from your foot to your fingertips. And then from here, we're going to come back into warrior 2, and we're going to reverse it, coming all the way into Skandasana. So straighten your front leg, and we're going to sink deep into that back knee. Oopsie. It's slippery here. I don't have a mat. Not my balancing right now. Come into Skandasana at the back of your mat, hands in front of your heart. So you can see if you want to take your right elbow into that right knee. And if you want to modify, hands to the floor. Otherwise, let's come into a twist, setting your hand to the floor and your left arm open to the sky. Inhaling. Flex your left leg a little bit more. Exhaling. Then bring the hands back in front of the heart. And then rotating back to the top of your mat. Turning your body to the front. And with your right leg, sending that right leg back, three-legged dog. And exhale, lower the foot to the floor. So without a mat, this wood becomes a little slippery. Let your head sink, let your arms press into the mat to lift your hips nice and high. Take the gaze between your hands, bend deep in your knees, either 2 big steps or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift them halfway, hands in the floor, the blocks, or your thighs, but feel a gentle back bend. Exhale, Uttanasana, deep forward fold. And reverse it all the way to standing. Inhaling, use your core, lift your heart, gaze to your thumbs. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. And pause for a moment. Inhale, take the gaze to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Beautiful. Lift up halfway, your choice. Hands on blocks on the floor or on your thighs. And then exhaling your hands back down by your feet, taking 2 big steps back. And lowering down either baby cobra or chaturanga dandasana. Inhaling to lift into upward dog or your baby cobra. Exhale, roll over those feet or bend and send the hips back through child's pose, meeting up in downward dog. Beautiful. Taking one more breath here and exhaling. Walk your hands to the back of the mat and come into a forward fold. Just angle here, rock out the hips. Just allow your feet to shimmy nice and wide and then come into Malasana, a nice deep squat. Hands in front of your heart here. Inhaling, find a little bit more length through your spine. And exhaling. If this feels challenging, you can sit on a block. You can even be up on your tippy toes and rolling a blanket underneath your heels for more stability. Once again, we're going to come into a twist. Taking that left hand inside of your left leg and imagine you're pushing that knee open and then allowing that right arm to open up to the sky. Keep your core contracted so you're really stabilizing your lower back. Exhale, come back through center. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale your right hand to the floor. Really root down by pushing open that right knee and take your left arm open. Feel that rotation, leveraging against that left leg, that right leg, and the heart is lifting. Take one more breath here, smile. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. And exhale, hands back down. Little baby crow pose, so you can decide if you want to do the full pose or practice. We are just setting the hands in front, allowing the knees to press on the upper arms as much as they go. And if you are challenged with this pose, just come to this pose and all you're doing is alternating right and left leg. And alternate so much that for milliseconds you are balancing on both of your feet. And it's a practice. And if you can hold it for 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths, and then meet back up into this lovely squat. We're going to squattle to the top of the mat. So you can even take your hands out in front and just allow yourself, great for the hips, great for strength, squattling to the top of your mat. Beautiful. Hands back in front of the heart, hands to the floor, lifting the hips, shimmy the feet back together. Beautiful. And using blocks if you have them, or using the floor, we're going to just inhale that right leg. 3-legged dog. 3-legged, let's call it 3-legged warrior 3, but with support. Okay, and if you're feeling stable here, start to lift your hands off the floor, off the blocks, and then take your arms behind you. Inhale, warrior 3. And then standing by bending into your left leg a little bit, pull that right knee into your chest, and choose if you want to stay here. Either staying here, or we're going to set the foot onto the inside of the leg, coming into tree pose, pushing your right foot into the thigh and the thigh back into the foot, and inhale, lift the heart. And then pulling that leg back in through center. Can you pull that knee a little higher and maybe extend that right leg? Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath here. Pull the knee back in, set the leg down, and forward fold. Inhale, lift up, coming back into this variation of warrior 3. Left leg comes behind you. Push into the blocks or the floor to send your hips back. Can you straighten your standing leg a little bit more? But now as we start to lift the hands off the mat, bend into that standing leg, lift up for more balance, take your arms behind you, and then straighten that standing leg. Power through that standing leg. Take another breath here, lift the heart, warrior 3, and then bend into your standing leg just enough so you can transition to standing, pulling your left knee into your chest. Decide if you want to stay here, or we're going to come into tree pose, setting your foot to the inside of the right thigh, so press the foot into the thigh into the foot, and inhaling, lifting the heart. Tree pose, Srikasana. Inhale, one more breath here. Exhale, release the left leg, pull it back into center. Stay here, modified, or if you'd like, extend that leg. Lift your heart. Smile. Feel the strength through that grounded foot. Pull your left foot back in to your chest and lower back down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Beautiful. And then just take a moment just to rock your hips left and right. Maybe shake out the head, the shoulders, the hands, the wrists. And then roll it up really slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Pushing the earth away to come to standing. So we call it root to rise. And extend the arms overhead. Gaze to your thumbs. And as you exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. And pause in stillness. Feel the aliveness in your body. And find a word or a sentence, gratitude that you have in this moment. And then I wish you a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And I look forward to seeing you soon.